Stop everything. Why do most people never get rich no matter how hard they work? There's a hidden truth, one that only a bold few discover before it's too late. You might be missing your one shot to break out of the cycle that keeps 99% stuck with bills and empty promises. If you're ambitious but keep putting things off, watch out. The window of opportunity closes fast, and anyone standing still is already behind. Want to know what separates you from the truly wealthy? There's no point blaming the government, the economy, or bad luck. The truth is, most people are trapped in a game designed to keep you small. While you're wasting time waiting for the right moment, others are already putting into action what actually works. How many chances have you missed out of fear, laziness, or just believing that things will get better someday? If you don't act now, you'll keep watching the bold few build their dream lives while you pile up regrets. Ready to find out what's really holding you back from getting started? Everyone told you adulthood would be a marathon of wins, but nobody warned you about the daily grind that follows. You get the degree, snag some job, and before you know it, life feels like a prison sentence, all in the name of security. Playing it safe gets repackaged as being responsible when it's really just a quiet surrender to mediocrity. Everyone gripes about being bored, but hardly anyone has the guts to rip up the script and improvise. Meanwhile, time keeps swallowing up your dreams. One microwave cup of coffee at a time. Society goes out of its way to convince you that debt means progress, that is just part of growing up. Maxed out credit cards, never-ending car payments, paying rent forever, it's a badge of honor for some. Look around. Your friends and neighbors all wear the same invisible uniform, smiling in the bank line, carrying their own monthly worries. The real winners? They're the ones cashing in every time you swipe. And of course, they keep the old myth alive. Money isn't everything. Easy to say if you've never had to choose between groceries and rent. Being passive is the fastest way to become an extra in your own story. Most folks settle for complaining about Mondays, upgrading to the latest phone on installments, making empty resolutions every New Year's. It's easy to blame the government, the boss, the economy, or inflation. The hard truth? The real roadblock is the one in the mirror. The system feeds off that kind of conformity, off the fear disguised as good sense, keeping the wheel spinning and the bills piling up. Change starts in the details. Telling the difference between need and want is a tiny daily revolution. Skipping that overpriced latte, holding off on another new shirt, saving money even when it feels impossible. Even putting aside a few bucks breaks the cycle of scarcity everyone's trying to sell you. Try a money tracking app like Mint, or you need a budget. You'll be shocked at how much leaks away on little things. Every dollar saved chips away at the walls of stagnation. Deep down, everyone knows they're stuck, but almost nobody admits it. The cycle keeps rolling. School, job, bills, debts, fear of risk, and the cherry on top, that silly old saying, money can't buy happiness. People sleepwalk through the same routine for years, convinced there's no way out. But the exit's there for anyone brave enough to look past the surface. Discomfort is just the start. Soon enough, life will force your hand. And if you're ready to question and act, the game can change. Real change isn't comfortable. It's a minefield of little traps, most of them set by the people closest to you. Half the crowd never even tries, because the second you spark a little change, someone nearby is ready to douse it. Family, friends, co-workers, everyone acts like the guardian of your good sense. They sell you the fear of standing out as wisdom, and society rewards anyone who just keeps their head down. At the end of the day, Fitting in stings less than failing in public. It's easier to be ordinary than to break the cycle. Saving money without investing is the go-to delusion for the so-called prudent. Inflation quietly eats your savings like termites in the floorboards. That nest egg you sweated for, it just shrinks over time if it's sitting idle. Trying to fill a leaky bucket never works. Cash parked in a savings account is just security theater. The market always takes its share. If you see the game for what it is, you start fighting back, even if it's just with small steps at first. Investing isn't just for Wall Street suits or TikTok hustlers. It's for anyone willing to start. With apps like Robinhood, Fidelity, or Acorns, you can dip your toes in with pocket change, $5, $10, $20 a month. The point isn't the amount, it's building the habit. And always, always diversify. Don't fall for the magic stock or crypto hype. Quick wins are quick traps. The market loves to chew up newbies who think they're smarter than the system. Every move forward is met with a pullback. Careful, you'll lose it all. People like us can't do that. Sweet poison disguised as advice? Stack up small wins. Buy a $10 ETF, read up on index funds, try out a micro investment. Don't make a show of it. The world loves dragging back anyone who tries to leave the pack. Real change happens quietly, behind the scenes. And here's a twist. Even tiny investments put you light years ahead of the paralyzed crowd. Don't expect applause. Real growth unsettles people. They'd rather you stay the same. The world offers comfort, not transformation. If you've made it this far, you're already outpacing most people. But watch out. The urge to turn back never really goes away. Just saving is like pedaling a bike with the brakes on. You'll move, but you'll sweat bullets for inches. At some point, you have to go for more. Make extra money, try side gigs, chase down new income streams. It's not a luxury. It's the next evolutionary step. Sell your old junk, pick up some freelance work, monetize a hobby. Those little openings are where life escapes the ordinary. If you're just waiting for your paycheck to magically set you free, get comfortable with disappointment. Every new hustle shrinks your fear and expands your possibilities. Cash flow is the real magic. Having an extra stream of income means you can take risks, invest, and even screw up without crashing. You don't need to be a tech CEO, flipping stuff on eBay, baking cupcakes for the office, tutoring online. It all counts. The average person thinks extra cash is just for splurges, but that bonus is the fuel for leveling up. Use it to buy assets, not just more stuff you don't need. Connections matter, and I'm not talking about cheesy networking events. If you only hang with folks as stuck as you are, guess where you'll end up? Talking to people who've made it, online, in person, wherever, cuts your learning curve. Find a mentor, join a forum, ask questions. Networking isn't just about landing a job, it's about unlocking new ways of thinking. It's your shortcut out of mediocrity. Confidence is the most underrated driver of all. Everyone's scared of putting themselves out there, of falling on their face, but you can't win if you don't play. Try new things. Volunteer for tough projects. Reach out to people who intimidate you. Confidence isn't a trait. It's a skill you earn by eating failure for breakfast. You don't wait to feel ready. You get ready by acting. Acceleration is all about using discomfort as rocket fuel and rejection as a ladder. The system will always try to yank you back, but the more you move, the more doors you see. Leaving your comfort zone isn't a one-time event, it's a daily habit. The world rewards persistence, and you only feel the momentum when you refuse to slam on the brakes. The next level is waiting, just beyond your last excuse. Real growth means you're not just treading water, you're building wealth that lasts. Some folks manage to save a little, but they're stuck in just-in-case mode, never planting for the future. The real pivot: stop aiming for not broke and start playing for building something bigger. True wealth doesn't come from stockpiling cash out of fear, but from turning every dollar into a stepping stone. Money needs to be planted where it'll grow, not buried in the backyard of your comfort zone. Assets aren't just buzzwords, they're invisible workers making money for you 24/7. Rental properties, dividend stocks, skills that earn cash on autopilot, that's the stuff that frees you up. Liabilities, on the other hand, are black holes. New cars, endless payments, status buys for people who don't even care. Build a portfolio where every dollar's on the clock, working for you. Treat money as seed, not a consolation prize. There are two tracks: diversify or bet big. Diversifying, splitting your money across stocks, funds, real estate, lets you sleep at night, grow slow and steady. But sometimes a real shot comes along, something high potential you've done your homework on. That's when you go all in, eyes open. Examples: REITs, blue chip stocks, even starting a small business. The balance between bold and cautious is something only you can figure out. Every dollar invested is another soldier fighting for your freedom. Over time, passive income pays the bills, then the dreams, until you got time and energy for bigger things. The secret? Always reinvest. Compound those gains instead of blowing them on stuff nobody remembers. Real freedom's built in the small, boring, daily decisions. And as your investments grow, so does your mindset. Money goes from worry to tool, from threat to strategy. Suddenly you look back and can't believe how far you've come. Most people settle for comfort and call it enough. A rare few push for more, building something that'll outlast them. This is the long game, but the reward is a kind of autonomy only real builders know. Financial mastery flips the script. Now money works for you and time's back on your side. You're not just chasing the next paycheck, you're choosing how to spend your days. Living off your assets isn't about flexing, it's about autonomy. You wake up when you want, pursue what you love, knowing your investments are doing the heavy lifting. While everyone else is running in circles, you're reaping the rewards of years of steady moves and calm in the chaos. Mastery isn't for sale. You build it day by keeping your head when everyone else loses theirs. Now your focus shifts. It's not just about stacking cash, but about multiplying, protecting, and leaving a legacy. Holding the line isn't enough. You've got to reinvest, diversify, expand, and if you can, pull others up with you. Maybe that means mentoring, helping your family, starting a project that outlives you. Hoarding for its own sake fades. You start thinking in terms of what you'll leave behind. Reinvesting becomes non-negotiable. Idle cash is wasted potential. Every dollar should be planting seeds for more, no matter how small. Roll your dividends. Branch out into new areas. Launch side hustles. People who master their own journey spot opportunities everywhere. That sharp eye and creative spirit becomes second nature. Free time becomes your true luxury. Working for the joy of it, getting lost in passion projects, using your experience to innovate and inspire. Mastery brings a calm most people never touch. The luxury to choose your pace, the power to say no, and the focus to do only what matters. While most are still running the rat race, you're several moves ahead, building real impact and freedom. In the end, mastery means knowing the game never really ends. There's always a new challenge, a new lesson, another way to grow and give back. The cycle resets, and your legacy grows. Looking back, you see the journey. Looking forward, it's endless possibility. And anyone who gets this far knows, it all started with the discomfort of saving a few dollars. Now every day, you get to live like you own your destiny. So tell me, are you going to keep replaying the same tired script? Or are you finally ready to put all this into action? How many times have you caught yourself complaining about life, but never taken that first real step toward change? Ever notice how every time someone tries to break the mold, there's a crowd yelling it's too risky, too hard, or just not for people like us? What if I told you the only real difference between people who win and those who drown in bills is the guts to act when nobody else believes? Time to decide, will you be just another spectator waiting for a miracle, or are you going to be the lead in your own financial story? Drop a comment sharing what's holding you back and what you've tried so far. I want to see who's really ready to ditch comfortable excuses for the discomfort of growth. If you want more content that pushes you to think and act differently, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The next lesson might just be the turning point you've been putting off. After all, there's only one thing worse than failing while trying. Failing because you never really tried. Don't let the next opportunity slip right past you. If you truly want to break out of the average, you need to act now. Because the few who unlock this secret change their lives, while everyone else just watches. Drop a comment below with what's holding you back, share this with someone who needs a wake-up call, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the content that could flip your story for good. Hesitation is defeat. The difference between watching and winning is pressing play on your own transformation. Are you really going to stand still again?